Yes. Very good. Yeah, I'm going to change that. Welcome everyone to tonight's meeting with the Town Council Planning Committee. To start the evening, as always, public participation. There's none, so we can move on briefly to apologies for absence, please.
We've had apologies from Councillors Peacock and Councillor Scott, both are feeling unwell this evening.
Okay, I would like to recommend that we accept those. Second for that. Thank you. Item number 3 is to the minutes of the meeting held on the 21st of June. These are for accuracy. I'd like to propose them, please.
I'll second action.
Thank you, Councillor. Any questions on the minutes? Show of hands in support, please.
Would you like to sign at the end?
Yeah, that's fine. Item number 4 is to receive any members' declarations of interest.
I'm a member of the Middlesex District Council Planning Committee, and I therefore would retain the right to change my mind on various things as and when further information is presented to me.
Any other declaration of interest? No. Okay. Item number 5 is Chairman's announcement. We've got 2 announcements. One I will do, and one Councillor Odie will give us an update on the farm. First I'm going to do is kind of exciting news today, really, that Centre Parks has announced they're going to be opening a new Centre Parks at Worth on the Falcon Road. So that could have a really good impact for East Grinstead for economy and for employment. It could also have an impact on our infrastructure for the A22, A264 travelling too. So I think that this continues to be watchful. They want to put planning in next year. If the DPD document comes to fruition and impact on that, and this could be something that we have to look at as well. It could have an even bigger cumulative impact on traffic to that site. So I just think it's exciting for the council, and we also need to just keep an eye on and make sure we don't get more started up, but that's Councillor Odie, would you like to give us an update on the Evergreen Farm site, please?
Yes. Very, very briefly. The planning went to West Sussex last week, as per what Councillor Jackie Russell mentioned last week, but it has been deferred till September. There were some adjustments in the timings to give you an example of the traffic. The lorry movements would start potentially from 9:30 in the morning in the week. So those kind of little adjustments in terms of the congestion and traffic that we're going to be sorting out in September.
Thank you. Item number 6 tonight is quite a whole street naming. This is for the Ashbats House on Holsby Road. That's a planning reference DM 19/1630 and DM 20/3932. Miss Sussex is a street naming and numbering application in respect to development. The developers has asked if Ashbats could be retained from naming of this location. You can see attached map. We have suggested Botana Way and Ashbats Mews. In Sussex, we have to say they don't usually support the use of the deceased person for 2 to 3 years after death. Well, it's been here, and by the time they have built it, it's soon as I'm happy to support it. We've asked for Matt and partners to contact. This is not forthcoming. I'm not sure if we should propose it or not. I don't know how you want me to play that really from there, but would this committee be supportive of that as a name?
Yes.
Going forward.
Sounds good.
So what I would like to do is we've now got the support of the committee to move forward with that contact, and if we can do that, push that direction. If that isn't acceptable, then we'll come back and come up with a different couple of names. So Ashbats Mews and Botana Way would be a nice one to do. Okay.
Sorry, Chair, we just took a vote on that, please.
Oh. All eyes are hands up. Councillor Osborne. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to feel that. act, seeing the sister actor. Okay, so we've got quite a few tractor tree applications there. I hope you've had a chance to look through them. I don't know, so normally obviously very aware how to do it, but the officer comment. Councillor Paul.
Mr. Chairman, I'm just concerned about the trees that will be filled in the land east of 9 Oakfield Way. Several trees with high medical values. I'm just concerned about
Yes,
I agree.
several trees.
does anybody have any more information on that particular site?
Chairman, yeah, so I believe Councillor Margaret Dawson received representation from resident saying that the planning application has been submitted by the proposed developer for Woodland to facilitate the removal of Japanese knotweed on the site. However, as you know, there is no planning application for the site of the housing, but the application doesn't say how taking the trees down will actually allow the knotweed to be removed, or it doesn't seem to relate the knotweed to the trees themselves. And clearly those trees support the bats and the owls and the special species and habitat of woodlands. So I wonder if they can push back and ask for further information just to understand better the need for the fence.
I think, thank you. I think we have to understand that the next trees are dangerous or diseased. We would rather see them careful if they're causing any harm or damage to the surroundings. They're just trees that have been away with the developer, rather than the developer plan to start around the trees.
I think the thing is because they're oaks,
Yeah.
for oaks.
I mean, the ashes are sad, but that's ash dieback. Nothing we can do about that. Crowning the oak is sensible, but we don't want to lose the oaks. We're happy to say that. I assume Frank says yes.
There's majority.
Okay, we'll go on to the main part of the meeting tonight. We will start off
Sorry,
with.
Chair, the remaining of those applications you're happy to support,
Yes.
providing the Mid Sussex Tree Officer is satisfied. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Before you move on to the plans, Chair.
I can do it at the end.
Okay.
That's okay.
Fine.
Okay, we will start with DM 21 0150. This is the parking area adjacent to 24 Wellington Town Road. Construction of 2 single-family dwellings, associated car parking, landscape, and ancillary work. The revised plan received on the 1st of June. So I think you probably remember this later then, but this was the Phoenix house site, but the improvement of the car parking area to the rear that we've seen houses gone. We refused it last time. It was the design. They come back with a new design. I don't know if you remember the video what we did last time, but I can refresh your memories if you wish. We strongly recommend refusal. The committee would propose development on the site where the unsympathetic out-of-keeping core design must be significantly improved to systematically fit with the existing Victorian streetscape. At the very least, it needs a pitch roof on a flat roof cube as shown. At this time, the application fails to meet standards of D26 and EG3 and must be refused and be resubmitted with a more appropriate design. This is all wins. So, Councillor, do you like to?
Yeah, I think as we said, they have kind of come back with a design that's more sympathetic to the houses that are beside it. The rear is really quite nice now, and the front does have a pitched roof. So I think it would be sort of challenging us to sort of push back and say that we reject this now. So I'm happy to propose that we approve this.
For that. Any further comment on that? I completely agree. I think the fact they've changed the roof line from square to pitch to match Victorian, I think it's very good and actually nice to see that our comments, one thing we asked for, they actually have come back and done, so that's promising. And they also match now the ones that we approved in front, so those buildings all look good. There were parking concerns from the neighbours about them losing their car parking space, but it's not their land, so Okay, we're going to show of hands. Just pause that. I'm going to comment that we're pleased to see the developer listening to the comments. Next one is DM 21-2085. This is 56 Blount Avenue. This is demolish the existing one-storey garage and replace it with two-storey extension to the existing two-storey house. So this is semi at the end there, right by the park. This is the house. You can see very clearly before and after. It's actually parking there. So that's the proposed change to the front, to the rear. There was one neighbour next door who had concerns of the impact to their property with the adjoining garage, I think it's a little joint, about how anyone might overhang the property. But yes, so this is informed, so.
Is the line of the extension the same as the garage? Is it covering the same amount of ground?
It does. It does, because of the change in the line from here, it does extend slightly further here than it did. It's perhaps wider. I tried to look at the plan to see whether I think it does impact the neighbour. And if I'm really, really honest, it's unclear. It's a bit like that. It's right on the boundary. It shows that it almost like they're touching, but they're not quite. I think as long as those gutters within the boundary are overhanging the boundary.
Can you get up the side of the house?
Again, the other side you can. So you go in, get around the side this side.
Not much justification for doing it now. I don't recommend we
I would like to comment saying that all gutters and overhangs are kept within the boundary. Okay, in that case, have a show of hands to support that.
No, with the neighbour.
Yeah.
Can you just go back to the slide with the image of the?
This one,
Yeah, yeah, so they've extended their house, have they?
yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
That's fine, thank you.
They're staying in Liverpool for DM 21-2256. This is 5 Crossways Avenue. This is proposed single-storey front, rear, and two-storey side extensions with internal alterations. The reason I put this one in is because there is again an objection from the neighbour, number 7, raising concerns with the detrimental effect of garden overlooking, along with being animal keeping and loss of light. All the plans are on here. This is I'm going to have to zoom up very small plans. So this is the current property here. I zoom up on the map as well here, if I can zoom up. It's number 7. You can see how this is going on for this one here. This is the proposed new front and rear. Rear. Again, this is Inverhall, so Councillor Osborne.
Do you think there's any justification in neighbours' concerns?
I think if somebody's concerned that there's general was justification, I'm not sure whether there is a planning, not planning cloud to refuse it, if I'm really honest.
The thing that usually concerns me is if they do an extension and it cuts out all the sunlight from the garden, depends on which way it's, which way it's done. But it doesn't seem to extend much beyond front and back building lines. So I don't see that. I don't see there's any objection to it. More than likely.
You have to propose,
Yeah.
can I have a second for that? Anyone got any further comments on this?
The precedent's generally been set in the area for that type of extension anyway. The rear extension is single story, so I don't see that being overlooking to anyone. And it's no more, you can see no more out of a window facing backwards, whether it's a couple of foot along than we can anyway. So I think, yeah, I think we should support this within planning regulations.
I agree with everything you just said. I think there's already windows at the back of the property, to the top of the wall, but it's not massively more overlooking. And actually, I think the rear of the existing with the problem with the garage, the little link passageway between it, is actually a bit unattractive, and the new rear is actually quite smart. Hard at the back of the house and freshens it up.
Thanks, Chair. Could I just confirm that image you've got in the middle there, the floor plan,
Yes.
that's the ground floor with the extension?
Yes.
Can you just go back to the original plan, please, for me? I suppose we can't see it with the together, just so that we get an idea of size. So so the neighbours are complaining about the extension at the front, which is where the two dormer, the skylight windows are.
Yeah, I think they're complaining about this with lots of light. I think that's, and potentially big windows here.
Have they done a gable end on that, different stories, back left it pitched in?
Yeah.
Means it's taking a lot less light than.
It's the same roof line as it.
To be fair, I think that's it. What Dean has just said there, that a lot of those properties, particularly on Blount Avenue, have got gable end. I can understand somebody's call, in terms of that.
Yeah.
I think that works. Nice, it's good design. Thank you.
Very gentle tonight, so poor after my vaccine today. Okay, next one is into town for DM21 2322, which is 36 Copyhold Road. It's a proposed ground floor rear extension, internal alterations and all associated works. This was actually called in by Councillor Scott, who isn't here today. But this is Copyhold Road. This is the property here. This is the current rear, which is the new proposed rear. There are no comments on the portal on this one. Would anyone like to delete any of this?
Yeah, I don't have any problems with this. I actually think it's a really nice extension. In fact, it's quite used to the space that we've got there. Extend it into a much more usable space from what I could see from the plans. And I would imagine, although I haven't actually seen them, but I would imagine that there's probably examples of other extensions similar to that in and around that area too. I would vote for it.
Yeah, it's at the back of the property, so it's away from the street, so it's better.
I have a second for that proposal, please.
Second.
Any further comments on this? Okay, now show of hands. So this is DM 211163, Little Alders, Hackney Lane. This is replacement 3-bedroom single-story dwelling on site of existing single-story dwelling with basement and associated external works. This is the current slightly old property. Here's the drawing of it. Here's what they want to rebuild the situation. It's Baldwin, so Councillor Duke.
Yeah, I think, I mean, first of all, I recommend this for approval, a number of reasons. I think it's a nice replacement of the existing site. It's quite an awkward plot because it's multi-leveled, so they're having to go down and create a courtyard. So I think it's a great design, it's given them some great living space. It's very sympathetic to the existing one, but a bit nicer actually. So I'd be fully supportive of this. I think it's, yeah, really good to see that being done.
Thank you. Can I have a second? I think it's a bit tired and run down, making it new without really affecting anything, but just generally improvement overall. Any other comments at all?
Tucked away. I walked past it yesterday and saw what situation really.
The other thing that's nice to comment is it's nice to see a bungalow in the town.
It is.
Because
We like the bungalow.
I live in a bungalow and there's few and far between, there seems to be moving upwards.
Very much so. Training for bungalows has ended. Okay, can I show hands?
That's an Indian word.
It is.
That name came from India.
Bungalow.
Yes.
Still, when you go to places like the Maldives and things, you stay in bungalows. DM 2127 is 3 Faraday Avenue. This is double-story extension to side of property, either to be built an existing adjoined garage or in place of existing garage, depending on the strength of the foundations. And not a huge amount of plans, but we do have quite pretty. The properties are on this corner spot here. I think this quite clearly shows their intentions. Councillor O'Dea, Sarah Tyson.
Thanks, Chair. I was actually concerned about with the angle of the property. Because I wasn't too sure if it was going to be square or if they're going to be building it off at an angle. I think it is square, isn't it? Because I've seen there are some examples in town in East Grinstead, on Herentide, where they've built at the angle. It looks ridiculous from a design perspective. I would be happy to approve this actually.
Any other comments? Sorry, the second.
Yeah,
Any other comments on this?
it's on the same footprint, so
It's going up. Yeah. I think I did read, actually, there's no comment. I think I did read somebody had a concern about making sure that when they built it, if they couldn't use existing foundations, that obviously sort of doing it how they're going to do it on the boundary. Obviously, that would all fall under building control, not that. Thank you. So this is 2 applications for the same one. One is the full application and one is listed building consent. This is DM 212446, Pump House Farm, Holtide Road. This is infill extension between 2 outbuildings east of Pump House Farm. You raise your hand there.
Yeah, Chairman.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, they have neighbours opposite. I mean, I wasn't going to speak on the application anyway, but they are neighbours, so yeah.
I think one of them.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, well, that answers where the property is. This is opposite Godwick Farm. We all know where that is. This is the current building. Here's its current layout. It's got the farmware and the pump house. This shows where Councillor Belger's house is for you, the outbuildings, the host dwelling. These are the outbuildings that we're focusing on here. And sorry. But here are some of the outbuildings. You can see that they're fairly crumbling, fairly dilapidated. You can see how they were separate and how they want to join them across into one building. Yeah, and there's another picture of it there. Again, how they want to join it across. This is Ashbacks, so who would like to start on this one? Councillor Paul?
Yeah, this outbuildings are really old and dilapidated and damaged. I think something needs to be done. And with this proposed development, I think it will improve the outbuilding and also prevent further damage. So I will really support this planning application.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a second? Any other comment on this? I think the building is very well screened from the road. I think it will improve.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess can I have a show of hands and support, please? And can I also take a vote on the listed building consent as well, please? Thank you. That's all the planning applications been like. Final bit of business is I would like to ask the town mayor if he would please to make a presentation to the former town mayor.
All the best.
Absolutely. There we go, your press.
No handshake.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you, everyone. In that case, I would like to close the meeting tonight at 7:27, and the next meeting is on Monday, the 2nd of August. Thank you very much.
Thank you.